Folks, family, we hanging, we rapping, we talking, because that's what we do. Tosh, thank you for sharing. Next week, I'm going to announce who won my contest. You know, because I like to reward people for sharing my stuff. So, guess what? I'm taking care of those who love to share my stuff. Because, again, I'm greatly appreciative for y'all. And I thank God for y'all because y'all just awesome and I love y'all. Hey, good morning. Tasha B up in here. I'm doing good, Tosh. Let's see. Hey, Tamika. Hey, Lauren. Tanya. Opal up in here. Karen up in here. Thank you, Tanya. What's up? I'm Mary Tiana. Hey, let's see. Hey, baby, what's going on? Anytime I get Kenya, hey, I love that. Hey, Sahar. What's going on, beautiful people? Let's talk. Let's talk. Dina, Cheryl up in here. What's going on? I gotta stop these little alerts. These little Yahoo alerts from popping up on my stuff too. I work on that. Hey, Bobby Sue. Highway Queen up in here. Let's talk. Hey, Deidre. Hey, Sharita. Hey, Laura. Let me talk to you. Yesterday, this is our conversation. And I always shoot you straight because that's what I do. Like it, love it, hate it. You know, my only obligation to you is to my main obligation to you is to always be honest. Always shoot straight. Again, I'm going to tell you some stuff you don't want to hear sometimes. But that's how a coach coaches. Bobby done lost 9 pounds. Congratulations, baby. See, I told you my stuff works. But yesterday, let me give you something good. Last night I posed the question. The question was, do you feel like you have lost opportunities because of your weight? Do you feel like, and I put them on all my pages, I put them on all my social media stuff, I put it on the Twitter, put it on the Facebook, on the YouTube, I put it everywhere. You name it, on the fan page. I don't even call it the fan page. I call it the family page. It's the family page. And I looked over this morning, and about 95% of the people that were polled say, yeah, I feel like I have lost out on a lot of opportunities because of my weight. I feel, they would say, I feel like my weight has cost me in different areas of life. Okay? So, and I was just going through and I was reading some stuff, and basically the gist of it was a lot of people felt like they've lost out on opportunities when it comes to jobs, being hired for different things. They also feel like they've lost out on relationships because of their weight. And I'm going to tell you, anybody who says that your weight doesn't matter, that they're telling you a lie. And I'm going to shoot you straight. And I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to shoot you straight. I'm going to tell you what's what, okay? Because again, I coach you. And a coach will always tell you some stuff that you don't want to hear. And this is the deal. Perception is reality, okay? For better or worse, it is what it is. It's not right, but it is what it is. We don't live in the world where basically, everything is peaches and cream. For the most part, it's kind of like, like how we say, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, feel me? So perception is reality. It's not how it's supposed to be, but It's how it is. And I give you a great case in point. And then when I say it, you're going to be like, ah, dang, he is right. Because you have people who will say, well, just because I'm big don't mean I can't do the work. Nobody's saying that. But what I'm saying is perception is reality. Let me start with my first point. Then when I say it, you'll be like, ah, dang, he got me. You ready? As nice as I am, as good of as a person I am, if I was 500 pounds, and I'm walking around saying, I'm the king of weight loss, but I'm 500 pounds, I don't think I would have a whole bunch of people running to work out with me. I just don't think that people from all over the world, once you look at me, would be like, dang, yeah, he can't get me there, even though he's 500 pounds. It's kind of like Latasha. Latasha Ruffin does hair, but if Latasha's hair looked crazy, and it was never done, and she had the little BBs. She had little BBs in the back of her head, and it looked crazy all the time. As good as a hairstylist as she is, you ain't gonna go running and chasing her down, okay? Because you sitting here looking, and I've already been judged. I'm 500 pounds. She's doing hair, but her head looks jacked up. What's the first thing people gonna say? Dang, she can't be a hairstylist with her head looking like that. He can't be a trainer if he's 500 pounds. How can he help me if he can't even help himself? Feel me on that. Now again, I'm not saying it's right, but my question to you, and you can put this down, has weight cost you? And what has it cost you? Now, the other interesting thing is a lot of women who I asked this last night, they would always say, you know what? I feel like my weight has kept me in the friend zone. It goes back to what I was saying yesterday about changing your image. So it's kind of like what we do as guys. We'll get with a girl, and again, this ain't all the way right all the time. I mean, not to say that it's right, but I'm telling you how we as dudes do sometimes and have done throughout time. We'll find a girl, and so she's cool, but she's a little bit on the heavier side. So you got two options. Either you basically keep her as your buddy, or you look past all of that and say, you know what? We can work out together and then I can help change that. But a lot of people ain't the world's greatest weight loss expert and probably won't even do that because they figure that, she's always going to stay who she is. You're the pretty girl with the pretty face. But how many times, if you've been known as the pretty girl with the pretty face, how many times have you felt like you've been kept in the friend zone because of your weight? So the question becomes, how much do you have to lose before you decide? How much do you have to lose before you decide to change it up? Because the beautiful thing about life is, if you see that you're losing stuff and you see that certain things are hindering you, the beautiful thing about life is you can always change it. You can always change it. Again, if you're the girl who's known as the big girl with the pretty face, you don't have to be that person anymore. You don't have to always be kept in the friend zone because of how you look. You can change it if you're not happy with where you are here. You don't have to, that's not your lot in life if you don't want it to be your lot in life. You know what I'm saying? So the question is, how much do you have to lose or feel like you're losing before you decide, shoot, I need to change my stuff. I'm tired of being buddy. I'm tired of being the person that dude comes to talk to whenever, he want to ask about my friend. See, that's what happens. Hey, you think you can hook me up with your girl. Hey, I don't know what's going on with her. What you think I should do? Anytime you're that person, you're in the friend zone. And if your weight has kept you in the friend zone, you might even like dude. But dude that kept you here because there's a phase of you from here to here that needs to change. I have people, for better or worse, I have friends who won't even hire a big person because of the negative connotation that comes with it. Oh, she's lazy. She could be the hardest person. She could be the hardest working person in the world, but there's a perception that people won't hire certain people because she won't be able to work. She gonna be sick all the time. So the question becomes, when are you going to change? When are you going to change? If you want to change, if you cool the way you are and you look, hey, cool. But if you're that person who tired of being in the friend zone, if you're tired of being the consultant for other people versus, yeah, and it was funny because one of the girls last night was talking on the page. She was like, I feel like my weight is stopping my current relationship from going to the next level. How crazy is that? But it's so true. You know, because again, sometimes you have to say, you know what? I can switch this around. I can turn this around. Again, every situation that you don't like, again, you can change it. You can change it. And the first thing you have to start saying is, and the first thing you have to admit to yourself is, dang, I've missed out on some stuff. You know, we even had ladies on there last night talking about how even traveling, their weight has stopped them really from traveling. You know, because they get embarrassed about the seating situations, because if you hop on the plane, you know, it's already tight. And then you get embarrassed when you have to book you over here, and then you have the seat belt ain't quite fitting right. So again, how much stuff do you have to miss out on because of weight? Everything starts with a decision, because I don't want you to miss out on anything anymore. Okay? And you shouldn't. That relationship you should have. That job that you want, that in the back of your mind, they ain't gonna hire me because they already see how I'm feeling and how I'm looking. You should have. Traveling. You should be able to. Well, I want to go to somebody's graduation, but that's way across the country, and I don't feel like going through all that stuff at the airport and sitting in the seat and going through all of that, and now I'm embarrassed, and now I might even have to pay double for 2 seats. At some point, you just have to say enough is enough, and I'm going to change. I'm not going to miss out on what life has for me. Sometimes you just have to say, I'm not going to live a limited life. And you know, you have a lot of people out there who will just encourage you, girl, you all right the way you are. And if they don't like it, and those be the same people who go home to an empty house at night and be crying all the dang on time, trying to counsel you and tell you, girl, you fine the way you are. See, sometimes you just need people to shoot straight to you so you can move forward. Again, you're not supposed to live an average life. You're not supposed to live a limited life. That's not the life you're supposed to be living. It's not supposed to be limited. Girl, you all right. And you know what? I would date you, but... Or you know what? You're qualified for this job, but I'm not sure if you can handle all of the rigors. How many times does something have to cost you before you make the decision to turn that thing around? Because you can. You can. I mean, again, even on my program, I've had people lose 100, 200 pounds and become a brand new person because they made the decision that this is painful And let's face it, people don't move until pain happens. Until something rocks you. How many times have you been in a relationship and then you get disappointed and you hurt and it causes pain and you change something? You know what? I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to. This is the last time I'm dealing with. See, that's that pain. And you're not going to do anything until you feel pain. But don't get used to that pain. What I'm telling you is once you feel that pain and once you feel like you've been shorted out of certain things out of your life, it's on you to make that decision to change. Quit going through pains. Stop letting life be painful. Make the decision to change. You know, if you're only living 40% out of 100% of your life, and the other 60 is based off of, well, I can't do this because of my weight. I'm blaming you. I'm blaming you. If you want to ride a roller coaster, you should be able to. If you want to wear certain jeans or wear certain outfits, you should be able to. But there's a requirement for everything. But be willing to pay the price versus just looking at the stuff that you're constantly missing out on. Feel me on that, because there's a lot of stuff out there for you, but you still got to do your part too. You got to make people say yes to you too. People ain't gonna just automatically think. It's kind of like when somebody was on our broadcast the other day, and they were talking about, a person, hey, one of the most attractive things is a person's soul. Well, that's great, but I won't even be able to get to your soul once I see what I see. Because again, you got to understand, dudes, for the most part, we're visual people. So we're going in 2 seconds, regardless for better or worse, right and wrong, we're going to form a judgment based upon what we see in the first 2 seconds. So we might not even be able to get to the part of your soul, of how good you are as a person, how capable you are as a person. See, that's the part you got to fix. I was talking to Stanzy the other day, and if you know Stanzy's story, Stanzy is a beautiful lady who has lost over 60 pounds with me in 3 months, okay? And she was just talking about, and if you watch the video, it's on my Instagram, and it's also on my YouTube page. She was just talking about the pain. And you could hear in her voice how much she has struggled with the pain of weight. Okay? Your weight, your appearance isn't supposed to cause you pain. And anybody who tells you that, girl, if he don't love you the way you is. I had a lady that I trained probably about 2 years ago, and she said point blank period, I'm 360 pounds and I don't want nobody to like me the way I am right now. She was like, I would not even accept anybody right now because I don't even like me right now. So I don't want you to like me right now. I don't even want you to accept me right now because I don't accept me right now. So when I get to my better version of myself, then you can like me. But I don't need for you to accept something that's not my best. And that's the attitude that we all should have. If I'm not at my best, don't love my worst. I don't want you to love my worst. I want you to come holler at me at my best when I'm feeling good about me. And that's how it should be. Versus, it is what it is. You know, basically, when somebody says it is what it is, and, you know, if a person don't accept me, blah, 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 those are the people that are by themselves. Those are the people who are bitter. Those are the people who basically, a dude like me, whenever I hear a person say, well, accept me the way I am because this, that, and the other. A dude like me will hear something like that and essentially say to myself, that in a conversation that I have with myself, this person has quit on life. This person ain't going no further. They don't even want to work. they're resigned to this spot right here. And basically what they're saying to me is they're not going to move except me. Meanwhile, you got a person like me who's always evolving. You know, so the type of person that you're trying to attract, if you want a high-end person is a person who will always continue to evolve. So it's a contradiction to a person like mine's spirit who's constantly evolving when you tell me this is basically as good as it gets. It is what it is. You know, love me for who I am. When I'm constantly evolving. You got to think about stuff like that. And you got to figure, I got a great person, or I got a great person I like. They're constantly evolving, but I'm over here planting my flag in the ground like we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. This is as good as it gets. We ain't doing that. So at the end of the day, always give your best. You know, even if you're that person who says, you know what, I'm fine the way I am. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because at the end of the day, every day of your life, you still should be trying to get better. I don't care if you have the most bangingest body, prettiest hair, greatest job. You still supposed to be improving upon what you got. Anytime you stay stagnant, if you're not moving forward, you're going to move backwards because the traffic will continue to improve and move forward. But if you're at a standstill and you're basically saying, I'm not moving, this is what it is, if you don't like it, y'all blah, blah, the world is moving forward while you're standing still. Boom. And before you know it, life has passed you by standing still. Continue to improve. Your challenge for the day. Stop letting life A pass you by. B, stop letting life rob you. Stop letting your weight rob you of opportunities. That's an effort deal. That's an effort deal. Your body is an effort deal. It's 40, 50, 60 minutes of your day. You got 24 hours out of your day. You can devote an hour to your body. You only got one. And if you see that it's robbing you out of opportunities, out of money, out of love, out of relationships, at some point you got to say, I got to tighten my stuff up. I got to do a little bit better. I got to give a little bit more effort to my image. Because at the end of the day, that's the first thing we see is what you portray. It's about what you portray. So what you put out there is what you portray, for better or worse. Okay? So constantly improve your image. Don't be satisfied with where you are and just be resigned to this is what it is. Because progressive people who evolve will leave you standing still right where you are. Leave you standing right where you are as life passes you by. Boom, years go by, everybody is moving forward. Feel me on that. So no more opportunities. No more missing them. No more missing opportunities. You only have one time to make a first impression. Okay? You only have one time to make a first impression. Even if you look at, I deal with a lot of stars. I deal with a lot of stars. A lot of people you see on TV. And one of the things that I have noticed, see, everybody has a system. See, you got to hack systems, okay? You got to hack systems. Sometimes you got to see, what does this person have in common and what are they doing? One thing that I have noticed about everybody famous, super famous, that I deal with, they always take pride in presentation, if you ever notice. Think about it. See, I'm teaching you how to hack people. Sometimes you got to just As Tony Robbins once said, success leaves clues. Sometimes you got to see some stuff. Okay? They always want to blow you away with that first impression. Because subconsciously, it basically says, for better or worse, I'm better than you. For real. So, for instance, look at some of your favorite TV stars or singers. They'll look a certain way. Again, I train them all. They'll look a certain way. And then they'll dress it up with the finest dress. Then they'll have on something that basically says, everything says that I'm better than you. They dress to say I'm better. Subconsciously, I'm better than you. My watch is better than yours. My waist is better than yours. Then, at the end of the day, I pull up in something that's better than yours. It's about presentation. It basically says, I'm going to make my stuff look so attractive that you're going to put me on a pedestal without me even talking to you. To where you're going to chase me down based upon my presentation, based upon my looks, based upon my swagger. You're going to want to be a part of my life just because of how I present it. Meanwhile, chick down the street basically telling some dude down the road, accept me the way I am. Versus the chick who works on her presentation, works out an hour a day, goes out, buys the finest things. It ain't even got to be the most expensive things. But when she puts that left foot out on that curb, step out, and her presentation is so dope, she can have anybody she wants to, can pick it from anybody she wants to, and decide who she's going to deal with anytime she wants to. Again, I deal with stars, and that's one of the things that I have picked up on. Is presentation, 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 presentation. You will not catch Tamar Braxton talking about, accept me the way I am. When you see Tamar step out of a car, if you see Tony Braxton step out anywhere, and again, these are women that are in their 40s. In their 40s. Tony is almost 50. But when she steps out, no matter how old you are as a dude, you gonna stop and you gonna look. But this is the beauty. They've never said, I'm Tony Braxton. I ain't gotta work out. I ain't gotta do nothing. It could be easy for them to say, but they understand that you continue, regardless of anything, you still have to evolve. You still have to work. And just because your name is a Kandi Burruss or a Tamar Braxton or whomever, you still have to work. You still have to evolve. Because the people who say, accept me the way I am, standing still, world just continues to move on past them. That's how that goes. That's how that goes. Don't get satisfied. Don't miss out on your opportunities. Let me say it again. Don't get satisfied. Don't get complacent. Don't stop evolving. Don't stop getting better. Don't stop getting better. Or again, how many relationships have to bypass you? How many job opportunities have to bypass you? Before you move with the rest of the world that's moving forward. You got to keep moving. Again, I don't want you to miss out on nothing. Life is too awesome and life is too great to be missing out because I don't want to change my weight. I don't want to change my attitude. I don't want to change my mindset. This is too hard. I can't work out with him. I can't do an online program. because he ain't in front of my face. While millions upon millions of other people who, losing weight on the program who basically said, I've tried this thing where I've had somebody in front of my face and it still don't work. And I still keep getting bigger. Versus I'm sitting here looking at these before and after pictures of people Kenya Crooks hadn't even hardly met. Maybe I need to do certain things I'm not used to get a result that I'm not used to. Sometimes, again, you have to get past your old mentality. Because, again, I have people who basically say, you know what, I want to do it, but I'm used to people being in front of my face. Again, but you're still 30, 40, 50 pounds overweight, so it's not working for you. Versus you watching somebody else on my Instagram losing weight who's on the West Coast and I'm in Atlanta. Boom, you got to press past your thinking. You got to press past your thinking and get with something that works, that being me. Because again, y'all killing it. Y'all killing it. Y'all killing it. My bricks are killing it. So, perception is reality, for better or worse. So, you got to change. It's on you to change everybody's perception, including yours. Because again, for better or worse, perception is reality. And you always hear me say, work on your image, both inside and outside. Work on your image. You got to work on your image. Continue to work on and evolve your image. Because perception is reality. And again, I don't want you to miss out on nothing. Because life is too short to be missing out just because you've quit. And basically, whenever somebody says, if people don't accept me for who I am, that translation, I've quit. I've quit. I'm not doing nothing. So you can evolve all you want to, y'all, but I'm staying here because this is where I'm comfortable. And shoot, if you don't like it, bump it. But that's what happens. People pass you by, life pass you by. Then next thing you know, you 50, 60 years old all by yourself because you refuse to move. Time to start moving. Time to start moving. No more opportunities missed. Let's go get it. So let's go get it. And again, let's go get it. So I love y'all, but I just wanted to drop that on y'all because I thought that was interesting. That people miss out on opportunities because of weight. And again, weight you can change. So let's change your situation. Let's change your weight. And if you're not working with me yet, work with me now. Because again, I don't want your life to look like this. So let's move together. I'm here to help you. Look forward to helping you. So let's rock and roll. I love y'all. Let's go get it. And again, don't let weight be a reason why you miss out on your stuff. Because you're too good for that. You're just too good for that. I believe in you. So I need for you to believe in you too. But again, stop letting life pass you by because you've been resigned to being the pretty girl with the pretty face. When you're so much more. Put the total package together. Have the pretty face with the banging body, and then you can have anybody you want to. You can choose anybody you want to. That's the difference between the people that I know and deal with versus people who have just been resigned to being the pretty chick with the pretty face. The people who put it together, they can choose. They have choices versus the ones who basically say, this is who I am, and basically the other sentence that follows is, you know what, a good person is hard to find. Just a good person is hard to find. Again, the person who works on everything, they have choices, they can choose. Versus the person who don't do nothing, who basically kicks out the verse of, a good person is hard to find. Which one will you be? Which person will you be? Which person will you be? The person who has choices or the person who complains about having lack of choices. Put it all together. Boom. Put it all together. Boom. Choices and options are a beautiful thing. I'm telling you what I know. So become that person. So love y'all. Enjoy talking to you. Choices, options. That's what I'm wanting for you, because that's what you deserve, versus hoping somebody picks you. Hoping somebody can look past you being overweight and can see your soul and what else you have to offer and this, that, and the other. Your soul is great, but your body is a whole lot better. I'm talking as a man. I'm talking to you as a man. Your soul is great, but your body is better. Cause I'm telling you, shoot, we ain't trying to mess around with the soul. We trying to mess with that body, baby. And that's real. Look, I always shoot you real. It might not be the thing that you want to hear, but as your coach, I tell you what you need to hear. I have those conversations that you might not feel like having. But again, as your coach, I have to make sure I put you in a position to win in every area, in every phase of life. That's what I do. I like having these hard conversations because, again, it shakes up stuff. And again, if things cause you pain, you got to alleviate the pain. Stop living a painful life when you're supposed to be living an abundant life, a prosperous life, full of opportunities. Feel me on that. So let's go. Love y'all. Let's dominate. Let's dominate. Let's dominate. Let's dominate. Let's dominate. Let's dominate. Let's dominate this Friday. How about that? I love each and every single last one of you. Have a great day. And again, if nobody else loves you or tells you that they love you, I love you. Let's go get it. Y'all be good.